Hey fellas buds, and welcome back. So, this episode is all about mechanism. We're going to be upgrading our system so that we can upgrade ores to 4 times, so we get 4 times the amount of ingots as we normally would. We're also going to touch upon mechanism tools, so like the atomic assembler and the electric bow. Let's get on straight into it. Right guys, so as usual, let's start our nice episode with a nice cup of tea. Lovely. Why is there a piece of dirt in there? That should not be in there. Anyway, what we're going to do first of all is I'm going to make something nice with all the tiny bits of rubber I've got. So one of the things that's really useful, and probably what I think is the most useful thing that you can make with plastic, is this, the mob imprisonment tool. This enables you to pick up any mob that happens to be anywhere. I think it can pick up pretty much all of them. There might be some from the modded mobs that it can't pick up, but this can potentially pick up anything, and you can pop it in one of the mob duplicators from industrial foregoing, and this enables you to basically replicate any mob indefinitely as long as it's got that in it. So that's probably one of the things I'm going to be making right now, because I want to make a little villager farm. So I think I'm going to probably do that either at the end of this episode or next episode, but I can at least start the process. So one of the things I've got ready is I've got a hand crank. And this is, I'm not really going to create, but I thought I needed to do this because it's so cool. So just there, I right click and the floor shifts away to reveal a hidden staircase. So to make this was really simple. So all this is some shafts going to I can actually get there. There we go. Thank you. A mechanical piston. A sticky mechanical piston, which is really straightforward. It's just this. You know how this all works. I've gone through this quite a few times. With some of these piston extension poles on it. They're really easy. But you put some linear chassis on like this, and they all connect to each other, and it sticks because it's sticky. You put some slime on this, and it connects up to 8 blocks in front of it. So that's how it's currently working. I originally thought it was going to be only 1 block attached, but it looks like it's attached at 8. So, and that's why the staircase is not in the centre of the room, which has slightly bugged me, but it's not the end of the world. Anyway, down here is where I've stored all my mechanism stuff, because that's what we're going to be doing today, predominantly mechanism. So I've got our setup, so it starts with purification chamber, then crusher, then enrichment chamber, followed by the energized smelter. I have added a couple of upgrades to this, as you can see in here. So the upgrades they're quite expensive really for what you get. But each machine can hold a number of different types. So it says at the bottom which ones are supported. So it's like this one is speed, energy, and I believe muffling. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I've got 8 of each. The muffling only goes up to 4, so I've got 4 in there. But this enables it to go significantly faster, and you can use the energy, and it enables it to have a higher energy capacity and efficiency. So they're fairly expensive. They pretty much all follow the same pattern of glass and infused alloy and something in the middle. So that's osmium dust, that's gold dust, that is tin dust for the filter. That only applies to a couple of things. Muffling, like steel, gas upgrade, which only again applies to a couple of machines, iron, and anchor, which is diamond. This enables you to have a basically chunk loader for a particular type of machine, which is quite cool. So you might have noticed we've completely run out of flint for this purification chamber, so I'm going to have to get oxygen another way. So that's where this all comes in. So I've made a little hole with a little bit of water in it. I've got some universal cables going down, so I'm going to put a pump down. This is really straightforward to make, really, from mechanism. Just bucket, infused alloy, steel casing. I could use like the sink that I did do previously, but I thought I'll just show off the electric pump because it is pretty good, and it can pump a lot of water very, very quickly. So we'll pop that down, and there we are. As you can see, it's already full of water. So what we're going to want to then put on top of here to get oxygen from the water is this electrolytic separator. So this separates a liquid into its gaseous forms. So this is really easy to make. You just need electrolytic core, which is just loads of infused alloy, gold, iron, and osmium dust. So if we pop that this way round, because oxygen goes out the right hand side, hydrogen goes out the left, like so, you can see it automatically starts filling with oxygen. If you leave this to go, it will start filling up, and basically if you left it like this, it wouldn't produce any oxygen when the hydrogen's full. So what you're going to want to do is dump excess on both of these, and that means that this will never be the bottleneck. so that's always a good thing to do. And this means that we now could potentially put ore in here, and we could triple our ore just from this. However, what I want to do today is I want to get to the 4 times ore processing, because mechanisms can go up to 5, so I think 4 is the way that I want to go. And for that, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need hydrogen chloride, and this is used in the chemical injection chamber, and what this does is it just adds an extra step, so it times it a ore by 4, and then that's processed through the rest of the machines. Right, and here we go. Here's the chemical infuser. So all it needs is some basic tanks, steel casing, and everything. So the tanks are just made like so. So really straightforward. So grab that. What we need to do is use the excess hydrogen we're getting from this, and we will pump that straight into this. We need to pump some power into this. So let's get a universal cable like so. And what we need now is we're going to need to get some chlorine. Now, chlorine is made by a number of different ways, but predominantly the main way to do it is using a hydrolytic separator, again, with some brine. Brine is made in a thermal evaporation controller, so that's the next thing we're going to make. Now, the thermal evaporation chamber is made like so, so you need a lot of blocks for this. So I've got them all here. It's just over 3 stacks of these thermal evaporation blocks, which are quite easy to make. You make 4, but you need a lot of steel for this. So I recommend either getting the industrial engineering setup if you haven't already, or just getting stuck into mechanism and using basically enrichment chamber to get the enriched charcoal and that sort of thing to get this. So to make this fairly straightforward, it's a 4x4 block. It needs to be 8 tall. And it needs to be hollow in the middle, so that's what I'm going to do now. Sorry, I said 8, I meant 18, so I don't know why I only said 8. But what we need to do is we need to pop down this thermal evaporation controller, as this actually controls the block. So if you right-click and it's not complete, it won't work. So we just need to keep popping these down. We also need to pop down some valves, so I'll pop one valve down like here. Actually, I'll put it the other side, because that might make it a bit easier. There we go, I'll pop that there, and then I'll pop the other valve there. And we're just going to keep going up. So this is currently 8, and I want to keep going until I get to 18. Now here we go. I've only actually done it to 8 tall, but as you can see, it now works because the screen's gone green, and the temperature is slowly going up. Now I want to get this to 18, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go down instead of up. Normally what you would have to do is you can leave it just like this, and it will passively keep at a temperature of 306. You can add the advanced solar panels onto here for mechanism, which are pretty expensive really for what you get. So you could have 4 on each, 1 on each corner, and that will increase the temperature significantly. Or what we're going to do is I'm going to simply add a resistive heater at the bottom of this. So that's made like so. So tin ingots, steel casing, and a energy tablet. And we're just going to put that at the bottom, and that's going to electronically heat this up. I don't know if it has to be at the bottom actually. It might be able to be at the sides. I'm not sure. There we go. So I've gone all the way down. Pop that there, and this is now made. So this is the biggest it can be. It's 18. What we're going to want to do now is pop down the resistive heater. So we've got the resistive heater here. What we're going to want to do is change that to 400. That then work. There we go. Let's see if the temperature rises. There we go. So we've got a higher temperature here. We can raise this to whatever we want. So we could put this up for 40,000. That would then burn through energy ridiculous, so we're not going to want to do that. We're going to just do 400. There we go. That should be fine. And this now is going to create a huge amount of brine, but we're going to need lots of water for that. Right, so here we go. Let's pump that in like so. Let's pop the advanced cable there. Let's pop the... There we go. Then we're just going to want to get a... There we go, mechanical pipe, that's the one. So you need mechanical pipes for liquids. Pop that there, and that should start pumping water into the machine. As you can see, we're starting to get brine fairly quickly. This could be sped up pretty quickly if we just increase this. So if I put this at, let's say 800. Do that. That should increase it pretty quickly. Apparently not. The temperature's still the same after all of that. Oh well, that doesn't matter. There we go. Well, that's fine. We're getting plenty of brine. So this brine we are then going to use in another electrolyte separator to make sodium and chlorine. And so as you can see, we've got the electrolyte separator all connected up. We just need to pull the brine out of here, and here we go. So we'll just want to dump the excess sodium because we don't need that yet, but we will need that at some point, and we want this chlorine. So I'm just going to pipe that across. I'm an idiot, guys. Completely ignore me. Chlorine is a gas. It is not a liquid. So I don't know why I was doing that. I apologise about that. Right, let us pop this across here, like so. Down and across. There we go. And as you can see, we are starting to make hydrogen chloride. Hooray! So the reason I haven't made the chemical injection chamber yet is because it requires some reinforced alloys and some elite control circuits, which is something that we haven't been able to make yet. So to do this, you need enriched diamond and infused alloys, and also you need some elite control circuits, which is advanced control circuit, and the reinforced alloys. Luckily, I have plenty of diamonds on us, so that's not a particular issue. As you can see, 2,513 diamonds. We are swimming in diamonds. We're absolutely fine for them. So we're going to want to get out all the infused alloy that we've got. I've been making quite a lot of camera. Yep, 74, nice. And we're going to want to get some circuits. We've got 4 advanced control circuits. I think that's enough. But to get this chemical injection chamber, we need a purification chamber first, so I'll make one of them. There we go. So what we're going to need to do is get to our, where is it? Enrichment chamber. We'll pop a load of diamonds in here, and this is fully upgraded as well, the speed and energy stuff, so this should be done fairly quickly. Let's pop a load in here. There we go. Pop them in there. There we go. 64. So I don't know how many this needs for it. 2. Yeah, that's fine. That's plenty. Oh, stop it. Stop it. We don't need any more. So we'll grab all of these, and then we're going to want to craft up some of the more elite ones, so elite control circuits. There we go. And this enables us to get the more advanced versions of each of the machines, like the factories and stuff. We just need to combine it with them to get it. There is another way of doing that, though, because I have in my inventory some tiered upgrades. So this enables, if you just shift and right click one of these, it enables you to upgrade the machines to their basic and then advanced tier system without actually crafting it with it. This is just made, instead of using the actual machine, you use a plank of wood, and it enables you to get the installer. So if I shift right click, this will upgrade all the machines. So if I then look at them, it's now got 3 slots instead of the 1. Also larger energy storage. I do the same with that. And now you've now got 5 slots in all of them. So that's also amazing. There we go. I've put the ear mufflers on just because I've got the my gasoline engine running, so, and it's extremely loud, so I've put the ear mufflers on just to get rid of that sound. Annoyingly, it does dull every other sound, which is slightly frustrating, but not the end of the world. Right, so now that we've got all of that, let us craft up this injection chamber. And we've now got the chemical injection chamber. Pop that there, and then I'll just upgrade that slightly. I don't have enough stuff to upgrade it to the advanced one at the moment, but that'll do for the time being. Now, what this then needs is hydrogen chloride. So we will then just grab our advanced pressure tube, pop that into there. We should then be able to configure the sides with gases that we will output on the top instead. There we go. And as you can see, our hydrogen chloride is now full. We pop some copper in here. We can sort this so it's auto sorts automatically. We'll pop some speed upgrades in here. I've also got some gaseous upgrade stuff and some energy increasing and some mufflers, so I will pop all of this in here. But as you can see, our hydrogen chlorine situation is not amazing. Hang on, what? There we go, we've got chlorine, and this will be making hydrogen chloride constantly, so this should be fine. This isn't producing as quickly as we would like it, though, so what I'm going to want to do is pop in some speed upgrades. Let's pop in some speed upgrades into here. We'll also pop some speed upgrades into here, and that should speed up the whole process. And what we're going to want to do is get them auto-ejected into the right-hand side, into our purification chamber. We'll put that onto auto-sort, and that will do the same thing there. We're going to want to get the oxygen into that as well, so let's just pop that like so. Going a bit slowly just because I need to upgrade, but that's fine. We will then pop the crushing unit next to it, like so. We'll put auto sort onto that, and as you can see, it's processing all of that. We will then get the enrichment below it. We want that on. We want to put that on the out thing, and then we'll put that there. We'll then put the smelter next to it, And as you can see, it is now going to process up all of these into all the copper that we need. Now, as these are fully upgraded energy-wise, it's gonna use a lot of power having all this set up like this. So be wary of upgrading it all too early on. I've probably done that way too early. Clearly because this cannot keep up with brine production. So I'm going to have to figure out a way of heating this up better, because for some reason this isn't heating up as well as I thought it would. I don't know what the particular reason is for that. I don't know whether it's meant to go the other way. If you can put in the comments and just kind of tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I swear that should be raising the heat of this significantly, but it doesn't seem to be. So yeah, any help you can give me with that would be great, just because I would like to get this production higher. I thought pulling it next to it would do it, but apparently not. Anyway, that's basically how you get it set up so that you have a 4 ore processing. And look, we've got 24. We only started off with, I think, 6. So yeah, we quadrupled it. So that's amazing. Right, last but not least, before I go, I want to make some of the more advanced tools from Mechanism. So what I need to do is I need to make some refined obsidian. So what I'm going to need to do is pop all this into the enrichment chamber. This will get obsidian dust, and I believe what I then have to do with this is I need to pop it into the metallurgic infuser with some diamond, and it will make this refined obsidian. I'm waiting for all that to cook up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make our little mob imprisonment tool, like I said I would. There we go, like so. Let's make 2, why not? We really only need 1, but I'm going to get 2. Where are you? I was going to say tasty villagers. That's really the wrong thing to say. That's a nitwit. Does that matter? It just says villager. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So there we go. You just shift right click on a villager and you will capture it. So that's in with you. There we go. And we can just take them back now. And we can just have them, I don't know, set up somewhere. We can trap them somewhere when we want to. And we can have a little villager farm. So I'll probably do that off camera. But yeah, so I'll just quickly demonstrate. If I right click, release him, shift right click, catch him again. Oh, that's it. This is how loud the machine is the closer I get, and it's just behind this wall. So it's, and this is how good the ear mufflers are. Takes a couple of seconds. There we go, gone. So this should all be done now. Hurrah! We've got the refined obsidian dust. We can then enrich this, like so. We'll get 2 of them. We don't want too much of it. And then what we'll do is we'll pop a couple of these reinforced alloys in here, and that will make the more advanced ones. It requires 40 each time. So yeah, it requires quite a lot of refined obsidian. That's why we're going to need a lot of it. But this gives us the atomic alloys, which is the final tier in making the really advanced mechanism stuff. But what we want to make is I want to make these tools. So the atomic disassembler is what I want to make. It needs the more advanced control circuits. There we go, pop 2 like that, 1 like that. There we go, we got that. Then we just need a netherite ingot. Okay, so let's craft this up. We'll just use the netherite ingot, and we get the atomic disassembler. And this is like a pickaxe. It can do all sorts of stuff, but it's predominantly used like a reusable pickaxe slash sword. It's really, really cool. You can also use it later on to make the mecha tool, which is, we're a long way off doing that, but it is one of the crucial ways of doing it. The other thing we're probably going to want to make is the electric bow. There you go, the electronic bow. It doesn't need the rest of the tools like it does, but it's still pretty cool. So this is just a bow that doesn't deteriorate, and it uses power instead. So what we're going to want to do to harness this... Whoa, where did I go there? That was interesting. I just went underground. So we're just going to want to charge one of these. I've got our energetic infuser here, so let's just pop that in there, and that can charge that up. Can charge that up. Might as well charge that while I'm here. Still got our elite energy cube. So our diesel generator is actually keeping up with all the power demands. I believe we should still be okay. Have we run out of potatoes? We have actually run out of potatoes. Slight issue, but we're doing fine. And we've still got a load of fluid in that tank. I think that's full. So I think we're good, really. Yeah, I think we're fine. Let's turn that off for a while. So just let the potatoes go back. So we've got some in stock. Okay, so that should all be charged. There we go. And now we've got the atomic disassembler. And this mines so quickly. and you can change the mode on this. So I believe if we have that, so we can do vein mining, we can do extended vein mining, just fast mode, slow mode, normal mode, just off. I don't know what that does. I think that's just normal mode. So yeah, really, really cool. This does different modes as well, so you can do fire mode on off. That's what sets stuff on arrows on fire. That's cool. Right, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like what you've seen, please leave a like and subscribe. If you can leave a comment below as to why the resistor Pi2 isn't working, that would be amazing, because I'd really like to fix that. I think off camera what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade these machines, make sure that they are all running at decent capacity, and yeah, I think I'll just do all that. I'll also set up a little villager farm with my captured villagers. Nothing fancy, just so we can start the process of doing that. Next episode is going to be something a little bit different, I think. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little teleporter from Mechanism, so we shouldn't be too hard now that we've got access to the more advanced circuits and things, and I'm going to do that. I'm also going to go to the end. I'm not going to kill the Ender Dragon yet. I don't want to. I want to do that a bit later on, but what I'm going to want to do next episode, I think, is I'm going to want to go to one of the End Islands. I'm going to want to catch some Ender Bees, I'm going to want to get some Chorus Fruit, and I'm just going to want to grab everything that I can from there so I can come back and I can upgrade my Ars Novu stuff to the maximum that I can and get the Archmage stuff. I want to get Ender Pearls set up from Ender Bees, and yeah, I just want to get all of that done so that I can progress and get to the more advanced stuff in the rest of the mods. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers, bye-bye.